welcome. I'm so happy you all are here today to work out with me again. Today's class is going to be a cardio strength class, so we're going to be getting that heart rate up, working our muscles. What you will need is a set of weights. If you don't have any weights at home, you can use water bottles or cans of food, your dog, your cat, whatever works, and a mat close by and handy because we're going to be using it from the beginning of the workout today. So have a mat close by. Work at your own pace. We're going to start right away. We're going to be marching in place. And as we're marching, getting warm, I'll give you a little bit more information about the workout that we're going to be doing today. It's going to be circuit style. So we are going to be working hard for 30 seconds, resting for 15, and then moving on to the next exercise. Let's start to dig our heels forward, alternating one at a time, keeping that posture nice and tall. So right now we're just warming up. But when we get into the circuit part of the workout, I have my handy timer behind me that's going to keep us on target. So we work those 30 seconds and we get 15 seconds to recover. Let's lift our knees now. Depending on how you're feeling right now, those knees are coming really high, or maybe we need to keep it a little lower today, and that is fine too. Throughout the workout today, I want you to take this at your own pace. Take extra breaks if you need it, and stay hydrated. All right, let's do some front kicks next. We don't want those legs to pull our chest forward, keeping that nice, strong core. Torso is upright. Just getting those legs nice and warm. From here, insoles, we're going to reach toward the inside of the foot. Starting to warm up the hip and outer thigh a little bit. No music again today, so I encourage you to start playing some of your favorite songs in the background because music can make a big difference. So now we're going to bring our feet behind. So reaching behind. This one takes a little bit of coordination, so it might take a second to catch on, and that's all right. So it's not just about physical exercise, we work mental exercise as well. Couple more. And then we'll lift our legs to the side right here. Warming up the hips and the outer thighs. Punching those arms down nice and strong. Couple more. Wide knee lifts are next. So lifting those knees once again, but this time legs are farther apart. Heart rate should be climbing a little bit. Big movements tend to do that. Couple more. Set both feet down. We'll squat down and up. And in our squats today, toes face forward. Our hips sink back. Weight in the heels of the feet. Let's add some upper body. Shoulder rolls on the way up. Because we're working upper body today too. We want all those muscles nice and warm. How about elbow rolls? A little bit bigger stretch here. Couple more. And then full arm circles. Big reach back. As big as you want to go. Opening up the chest and the shoulders. Let's do one more. Back stretch, hand on the thighs, sink down. Round all the way up to standing. That should feel really good. Let's do a couple more. One more. Melt down. Roll up. And then we'll take 2 step-togethers to the right and 2 step-togethers to the left. So getting out of our same spot there, moving around a little bit. Also with this workout, something that you can do, since we're going to be doing the same exercise for 30 seconds, after today's, since you'll kind of be figuring out what to do today, but you are welcome to count the number of repetitions of each exercise we do in 30 seconds, make a note of it, and then each time you go through this exercise or this workout in the future, you can see if you can beat the number of repetitions you started with. As long as you are careful to keep your form proper, right? Proper form always trumps number of reps. All right, hopefully you're nice and warm. We're gonna hit the timer. We're gonna start our circuit workout today. All right, so give you a warning. The first exercise we do today is gonna be jumping jacks. All right, so we're starting strong. Here we go. Get my handy timer ready to go. This way I can't cheat, because otherwise I might be tempted to. Are we ready? We're gonna start right in. Here we go, jumping jacks. Couple ways we can do jumping jacks. We can tap out 1 foot at a time, or a full out jack. So you decide what feels best today. You can always go between those two options, or if neither of those feel good today, you can choose another cardio exercise that you prefer. Woo! Getting a little breathless. 30 seconds seems like a long time. Rest. That was our rest cue. Second exercise, no weights yet. We're going to get onto the floor into a push-up. You can also do push-ups on the wall, from your knees, or from your feet. Are we ready? Everything nice and strong. Here we go. Down and up. So we're keeping that core engaged. Think about drawing belly button to spine. Even engaging the glutes. Down and up. If you need to take a break at any time, take it. Come right back in when you're ready. We're getting close, I feel it. Push through. Some of these circuits are going to be really hard. We can do it. Just in time. Grab your weights. We're going to go into some upper body work for the back. So we're going to come to a hip hinge position, feet right under the hips, knees bent, hinge forward, long spine, wide rows. So from the side, it's a little easier to see proper form here. Hopefully my back is straight, but my knees are softly bent. Lifting those elbows out to the side, squeezing the shoulder blades together at the top. Great for your back. Whew. Couple more seconds. Awesome, awesome. I know you're looking great at home. Rise up. Just one weight for this next exercise. Lower body next. Wide stance, toes face forward. We'll hold that weight at our chest and do wide squats. Here we go, sink down and up. Down and up. And you can adjust the position of your feet here. If it's a little too wide or a little too narrow, make any adjustments that you need. Sinking down as far as you need to feel that challenge in the legs and the glutes. Nothing like a squat to strengthen lower body. Whew. Heart rate stays elevated, right? This whole workout is going to seem like cardio. Awesome. All right. One more exercise. Grab your second weight of this circuit. Deadlifts are going to be next. So feet under the hips, knees bent. When we come forward, nice long spine. All right, here we go. Down and up. Coming down far enough to feel a nice stretch in the backs of the legs. Option, if you need to make this a little more challenging, to lift one leg at a time, hopefully a little more gracefully than I just did. So definitely challenges the balance. Yeah, I'm going to keep both feet down on the floor. Whew. When you stand up, you're standing up nice and tall. Chest proud. Finish the one you're on. Weights down. That was circuit 1. We're on to circuit 2. So back to cardio. 2 options. Option 1, standing knee lifts as fast as you can go. Option 2, mountain climber. Here we go. That was our cue to get working. So we're driving those knees, whether we're standing tall or on the mats. Getting that heart rate higher, getting all those benefits from cardiovascular training right here. So dig in. We've got a few more seconds to go. Good job, guys. I know you're working hard. All right, slowly come up. Upper body, so grab your weights. It's going to be alternating scoops, focusing on biceps and shoulders. Here we go. Right into it. Scooping side to side. Notice I'm rotating a little bit, engaging the core here as well. So a little different than a bicep curl. It's more like a scoop side to side. Working the fronts of our arms. Good, standing nice and tall. Appropriate amount of weight, so you might notice you gotta heavy up the weights or lighten them at some point, that's fine. Rest. 15 seconds goes by very quickly. We're gonna focus on the shoulders a little bit more for this next one. Feet right under the hips. We're We're gonna bring those weights to the chest. Keep a nice 90-degree bend in the arms. Lift and lower. Right here. Whew. So proper form here, super important. Notice I'm not whipping the weights up and down. Lifting and lowering with good control. Really focusing on the tops of the shoulders here. And after this one, we'll focus on lower body again. Just in time, right? Whew. Upper body should be feeling it. Couple more. Ah, there's that bell. Weight down. You'll just need one for this. Wide stance, plie this time, so our toes are turned out at an angle. And we're just gonna hold the weight here, here, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Here we go, down and up. Now in plie squats, form super important. We keep our shoulders right over the hips. Knees track over the toes. I like to recommend picturing an imaginary wall behind you, and you're sliding down that wall, keeping the back connected. Feeling this in the inner thighs, although lots of lower body muscles are working here. Awesome, all right. That was the inner thighs, next is the outer thighs. So weights down, you won't need them for this one. Two options, either lifting to the side or alternating roundhouse kicks. Are you ready? Here we go. So I'll demonstrate both again. Right, so you can keep your legs straight, lifting side to side, or you can bend, extend, lower. Bend, extend, lower. One is not really harder than the other, just a personal preference. Both are great for working hips and outer thighs, as well as your core. Good, good. After this, we'll be back to cardio. I know you're looking forward to that. Awesome, all right. Let me show you the two options we have for this next cardio. Option one, alternating tap backs as fast as you can go. Option two, jumping side to side. All right, you ready? I'll show you both as we get started. Option one, tapping back, right, as fast as we can. Or option two, we call this X jumps. You're kind of forming an X as you jump side to side, landing softly, with control. Whew. Notice how breathless I'm getting. Definitely feeling it. 30 seconds seems longer and longer as we go through this workout. I'm glad to have that one done. All right, pick up your weights. We're on to our next set. All right, wide stance. We're going to be doing alternating front lifts. A couple more seconds, here we go. So lifting one arm at a time, about shoulder height. We're not going crazy high here. More of a challenge, both weights at the same time. Kind of depends on how heavy your weights are, if you want to go for that option. Otherwise, we're alternating. Nice and controlled, not about speed here. Good, good. Awesome job, rest. So that was the front of the shoulders. Now we're going to work the back of the arms. Tricep kickbacks. Knees softly bent, hinging forward with that nice neutral spine. Turn sideways for these. Elbows stay into the sides. And then we straighten and bend the arms. Right here, focusing on the muscles in the back of the arms. The good old triceps. Whew. So notice the elbows don't move. We're just straightening and bending the arms, not swinging the weights, lifting and lowering with good control. Always, always. A couple more. I think we're getting close to having hit every muscle group. Rise up. All right, lower body is next. I gotta take a quick look at my notes. I forget what's coming up. Curtsy lunges, yay, yay, yay. So you're welcome to have a weight. Both weights or no weights at all. Curtsy lunges, we sweep one leg back and then the other. Awesome. Keep the shoulders down, chest proud, so we're not slouching as we go into these curtsies. Some days we have to keep the curtsies a little higher if our knees are bothering us. No worries there. Otherwise, we're getting nice and low to challenge those legs. Good, good. So again, weight optional here. It just adds a little more resistance. All right, again, weight's optional. What's coming up this set? Lunge backs. All right, so we'll wait for the beep. Enjoy those seconds of rest. Here we go. Big step back. Once again, keeping that chest tall and proud. Taking as big a step back as we safely can. Bending those knees. Feeling those leg muscles, those glute muscles, really engage. Nice work. Finish strong here. Almost there. I can feel it. All right, weights out of the way. Back to cardio. This time, we're going to be doing a shuffle, shuffle, reach down. Shuffle, shuffle, reach down. So some lateral movement. Get psyched up, here we go. Shuffle, shuffle, reach down. Shuffle, shuffle, reach down. If you don't want the reach down version, you can stay up high, right? If you're reaching down though, you're working your legs a little bit more. You can go really fast, right? Some days, not so much. So listen to your body. The next two strength exercises after this are going to be total body. So we're not isolating arms and legs after this. All right, so grab your weights. One of my least favorite exercises coming up, but it's super effective. So here we go. Weights are going to be the shoulders. We're going to be doing a squat with an overhead press. So we sink the hips down, weights up, down, push up. Woo. So two super effective exercises melded together into one. Good job. Again, proper form, more important than doing a bunch of sloppy reps. So solid squat, solid press. Good job. All right, one more exercise standing. Then we're going to get an extended break. Back to our plie position. Legs wide, feet turned out at an angle. We're going to do plie squats with overhead extensions. So we bend the knees, straighten the arms. If having your arms in this position is uncomfortable, you can just hold the weight at the chest and focus on the legs. So we're hitting those inner thighs again. If you're doing these extensions, we're working the triceps. Core is working too, because it's got to support that weight overhead. Looking forward to that longer break. Carefully bring that weight down. All right, guys, 40 seconds to catch your breath. Grab a little water. We have a few more exercises on the floor. All right, so you do your thing. We're ignoring the beep. One thing I did want to say about this workout is pretty short and sweet. So if you're looking for a little bit longer workout today, all you have to do is rewind, right? That's kind of the nice thing about having these on video. So rewind, start from the beginning, and do it all over again, all right? So we have a few more seconds to recover. Make sure you stay hydrated, always, always. And you don't have to wait for me to remind you to drink water. If you're feeling thirsty, you grab that water anytime you need to. All right, guys, so we're gonna come down onto the floor. A couple of options here with this. You'll want your weights. Option one, if you don't wanna come on the floor, is to alternate narrow rows. Otherwise, from a plank position, feet or knees wide, here we go. We're gonna lift up one arm and then the other. We're keeping the elbow nice and close to the body. Core has got to be strong, right? That's what we're focusing on here. Also getting some back work as we do these rows. And again, wider stance than you might normally have with a plank. Going to keep you more stable. Oh, awesome. All right, feels good to get down on the floor, not in plank position. Bridges are next. So on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Notice my heels are pretty close. We're going to lift and lower those hips. Focusing on the backside muscles, glutes, hamstrings. To make this more challenging, you can use a weight. Set it on your hip bone abdominals. So you have a little bit more to lift up. And notice I'm not rushing through these. Take your time. And I don't want you looking at me. You keep your head centered. We'll hear the beep and know when to stop. Awesome. Hips down. If your weight's on your hips, remove it. Next up, bicycles. You can have your head in your hands, or you can keep your head down as long as your low back isn't lifting way off the floor. In bicycles, we extend one leg, then the other. Here we go. So bicycles, you can keep the torso centered, or you can rotate, bringing shoulder toward opposite knee. Not rushing through these either. Take your time. Remember to breathe. Super important when we do any exercise, but especially when we work the core. Whew. Nice job, guys. All right, one last exercise before we stretch. We're going to come to hands and knees to tabletop. Two options. Option one, bird dog, extending opposite arm and leg. Second option, from a plank on your feet, lifting opposite hand and foot. So you decide where you want to go today, knowing that this is our last exercise. Sometimes that motivates us to push strong all the way to the end. Ooh, this is a fun one to end with. Boy, that time went by fast. Like I said, you can always go through this a second time. Let's rest in child's pose. Sink those hips back to your heels, arms extended. I'm going to shut this off. We don't need it anymore. We'll end with a few nice stretches. Go ahead and sit up. And we'll lie on one side. Those legs worked hard today, so let's stretch them out. Grab hold of that top foot from behind and stretch that heel in toward the glute. You should feel a nice stretch in the front of that thigh. We're going to sit up nice and tall. That top leg is going to cross in front. One arm is going to reach up and over. Remember which side you're on, because we're only going to do one side this time and alternate next time. Come to center. Inhale, lift, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Wonderful stretch here for the glutes. Nice, rise back up. We're going to lie on the other side. Get that other leg stretched out, so you're grabbing that foot or pant leg from behind, pulling that heel in toward the glute. So you feel a lengthening in front of that thigh. This is the good stuff, right? Should feel very good. All right, sitting up. That top leg crosses in front. So opposite arm reaches up and over. Nice side stretch for the core. Back to center. Inhale, lift long. Exhale, forward fold and relax. Good, sit up nice and tall. Straighten your legs. Hands come behind you. Lift that chest up toward the ceiling, just gently tilting that chin. Getting a good stretch across the chest and the fronts of the shoulders. And then exhale into a forward fold, stretching the backs of the legs and the low back. One more time, hands behind, lift that chest. I always like to end with this stretch because it's so good for our posture. And then back to neutral. Shake everything out. Hope you feel good and energized and strong. Like I said, you can always rewind, do it a second, maybe even a third time if you're really crazy. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to working out with you again in the future. So stay fit, stay well, and remember you are blessed. See you next time.